Hi everybody, Izzy Patsy here, and I am just checking in on this eve of the blue moon, lunar eclipse, blood moon, and I just figured I wanted to do something special for everybody to enjoy, but hopefully, so I didn't want to just make it for one particular sign. So what I decided to do is let's do a follow-up love reading for our girl Melania Naps, also known as Melania Trump. Her date of birth is April 26, 1970. And she's not having an easy week this past couple of weeks, or maybe she was, we don't know. So I figured I would just go ahead and do a little love bite on her. I'll do and see what's happening for her while I check out my new angle, or return to my previous angle with my new iPad, right? iPad, right? So, all right. So let's see what we've got here for Melania Trump. Okay, let's see. We can shuffle for her some more. Okay. Okay, so the first 5 cards that we've got here for her are Soulmate in the reverse. And these are the Romance Angel Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue. We have Soulmate in the reverse. We have Passion in the reverse. We have Attraction in the upright. And we have You Deserve Love in the reverse. And we have Retreat in the upright. Okay, so let's see if we can get 5 more cards here. If you hear any bells or jumping in the background movement of the table or anything, that is midnight. And she is just happy that somebody's down here giving her some company. Okay. Alrighty, so let's see. 1, 2, alright. We need 3 more, please. No, actually, spirits only need 2 more. Alright, so the next card that jumped out for her was Religious Factors, True Love in the reverse, Heart-to-Heart Conversations in the reverse. Okay, just 2 more, please. Okay, see? That's what happens. You messed up and you asked for 3, and that's what you got, 3. Right, not a problem. So I'm going to do this and these 2. Okay. All right, so this is Melania, and this is her husband. Okay, or how she feels about that relationship, how she feels about her love life in general right now. Okay, the first card again. What? Oh, I didn't take the last 2. This was Heart-to-Heart Conversations in the reverse, and Let Go of Control Issues in the reverse, and Past Life Relationships and Stay Optimistic also in the reverse. Okay, I can tell you right away. I just got this message on these 2 cards right there, is that he's done this before. This is just like a repeat. And when I said stay optimistic, past life relationships, it said, yeah, he's done this before. This is nothing new. Okay, so let's see. Oh, let's see what was at the bottom of the deck. All right. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Hmm. I think that's saying that she don't need to be with this old man, and she needs to find a way to express her playfulness or to live her youthful life. Maybe that's what it is, living her youthful life. Now, you see, before I turned this camera on, this was perfect. Now it's acting silly. All right, doesn't matter. Waste of time. Okay? Playfulness. Like I said, wasting her youth. Okay, so, well, she already did. And she'd like to recapture her youth. She doesn't want to spend the rest of her life stuck in this marriage with this mean man. First card that came up with her, again, was soulmate in the reverse. So, she doesn't feel that this is her soulmate. Passion in the reverse, she doesn't feel any passion. The passion is gone. Allow yourself to, allow your heart to sing with joy. None of that. All right, let's see how we need to do this so that you all can get a better look. Okay. Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. That was in the upright. I think what this is saying, what the message I just got when I had this in my hand, she needs to take this opportunity to gain the sympathy of the public. That's what's going to really help her out of this situation, is by her gaining the sympathy of the public over him. He's very competitive, and she knows that. And she's afraid of him because how he gets when he is in such a state. But if she were to perhaps, like Diana did when she was married to Prince Charles, or at least that's what they tried to say she did. They accused her of using the media when she was so unhappy to be on her side, like to gain their sympathy, right? So she became the people's princess, right? So I'm just feeling that maybe that might be the way that Melania might want to go with this. If she wants to survive this, is to allow herself to become America's sweetheart. They've been moaned poor first lady, but knowing Trump and company, that's probably already in the script. Because really, none of this is believable. Yeah. Right. So she's either feeling that she's not getting the love she deserves. She doesn't feel like she's lovable, or she doesn't love the person that she's with. It could be either or any. And the next card that came up for her was retreat. She would like to disconnect from the world. I'm sure she would like to get away. And I don't think that she wants to get away with him unless she wants to, talk about things privately without the earshot of anybody. But I really don't think so. What I think she wants to do is go home to her parents, or at least return back home to New York, because I know she has a bodyguard, and he's kind of cute. And if she isn't seeing him, she needs to start seeing him. And he kind of looks like this from the back, right? If anybody's ever seen pictures of him, he's kind of handsome. A little dashing. Not young. Age appropriate. Far more than what she has right now. Okay, so that was the beginning of the regular love bite that I would do. This part would normally be for the partner or the same person, things that they need to be aware of about their love life, or how their partner feels about them, or how they feel about their partner. first card that came up here was religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing, spiritual path. Well, that could be part of it. The other part of it could be is that she doesn't share the same cultural beliefs as he does, as in maybe she's not a racist herself, or at least not to the level that he is, or at least she has a little more shade on it, or maybe some of the things that he says are extreme. Remember, she is an immigrant herself, and when he says these things about non-documented people and documented people, green card holders, the whole 9 yards, she has got to be in fear at any moment of someone exposing her own illegalities, or at the very least, the fact that she and her parents are immigrants. All right, and who knows, maybe there's something shady in her family, and she's just afraid that this could, he's evil. He's evil. He is very evil, and I'm getting that he could even be all of these things that he's changing and doing and stuff. These can all be like trying to like snare somebody, put the rats further and further back into the cages, or whatever he perceives that they may be a vulnerability to them. So there may be someone that she's close to, a family member, a friend, someone who isn't here legally, or who wasn't here legally for a very long time, or something like that, or it hasn't been resolved as yet, and she might be afraid not only of him doing something to that person, because that might not be the fear, but the fear of the embarrassment of the scandal. Because remember, to him, any news is good news. Bad news is good as long as his name is in the paper. But for her, she might not want that kind of attention, and she might not want her family member to get that kind of attention. So that's one thing I'm picking up here. And then there's a basic difference of opinion. It could even be difference of political persuasion. Because remember, none of the Trumps were Republicans. They were independents. She might not even have been registered to vote till this past election. Anyway, next card that came up for her in this part of the reading was true love. But that's in the reverse also. And this says, this is the romance of a lifetime. Well, it's over. It's not. This fell directly under her card that said passion. And that was in the reverse. So whatever passion there was, whatever true love she may have felt for him, it's not over. And if this is him, same thing. He's not feeling it no more. It's not a true love, and may never have been for him. All right. Her first card, being soulmate, was on top of the religious factors card. So if this is him, she knows that she's no longer his soulmate, but he may be holding the fact that they're married, against her. Maybe that's against her belief system or something like that, and that may be part of why she's still there. People want to take that for granted and poo-poo it, like they tried to poo-poo it when Hillary, leaned on her faith. But some people, it's not even leaning on their faith. It's like against their faith. It may be against their faith. I'm trying to think, is Melania Catholic, or was she Catholic? I think they mentioned that when they went to see the Pope, but it doesn't matter. It could just be something in her family or in her heritage or her culture that's like, we don't get divorced, we stick it out. But who the hell ever had to deal with something like this? Next card that came up was heart-to-heart conversations. Confessions probably more appropriate. Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with one another. That was also in the reverse. And that fell directly under attraction. So she's not talking. He's not talking. He's not having heart-to-heart conversations with her. he's not having heart-to-heart conversations, or she's not having any conversations with him. They're not speaking to each other, or she's not speaking to him. And that fell directly underneath, again, attraction. And I'm thinking that she could really find this as a time to give a interview to a reputable arena. If nothing else, she could do a YouTube video herself and upload it from her phone or from her son's computer or a friend's or something like that. And then nobody could say it's fake news because she's retelling it herself, straight up. Put on some makeup and get a friend. You know how to roll the cameras, Melania. You've been a model. You know how that goes. Don't let nobody else tell your story. You just tell it. Make a statement. Just make sure you have everything set up so you can go into hiding afterwards. Have the plane gassed up. Your plane, the Trump one, not nothing that belongs to us, United States. No government shit. Okay. Next card that came on up in this part of the reading was let go of control issues. That was in the reverse. This is what it looks like in the upright. Let go of control issues. And this was in the reverse. So this is either saying that her husband will not give up, will not let go of control issues. It could also mean, if this is for her, that she feels that she has no control over her life. That she's lost control of her life. And that could be because of the media and the responsibilities of being a first lady with this person. I mean, it's a lot to do in general, and you don't get a salary for it. Not that she needs one. But no first lady gets a salary. So she can't do her work. She can't earn money on her own. So she's very disappointed, and she feels very trapped. Even all of that stuff that came out about her during the campaign and turning it into a lawsuit and all of that, when who gave a damn? That was also part of the game to get her to... It's like being in an abusive marriage. They try to cut off your lines to and avenues to income and friends and connections and that kind of stuff. It's the same thing. We're just watching it in grand fashion. That's what's going on. It's a soap opera. Whether it's on purpose or not, which I believe it is. Maybe this part isn't on purpose, but this is more of control. This is the control. All of this. This is all orchestrated, believe me. Okay, so the last two cards were stay optimistic and past life relationships. And these were all in the reverse. Both in the reverse. I think, as I said, her attitude is that she's not optimistic. Nothing's going to change about this, and he does this all the time. This is how it's always been. If this is his card, it's like he can get another one. This is no big deal. All right? He doesn't care. Easy come, easy go. He can always get another wife or girlfriend. So what? Then he'll have the title as the first president to get divorced and the first president to, have their own wedding. Well, I don't know. I think Andrew Jackson, well, of course. Okay, right. What am I saying? Of course it was possibly Andrew Jackson that got remarried in the White House and had a wedding at the White House. Of course. That's his hero. Oh my God. Anyway. So, that seems to be what's going on. That, things are not happy in the household over there, and she feels trapped. and she really doesn't have any way to proceed, except the only thing she can do is go back to New York, and that causes an uproar because people in New York are, don't want to be paying for that. People don't have money, and now you're going to be, giving tax cuts to all these billionaires and stuff, and no, New York will be up in arms unless she comes here just to pack a bag and get on a plane and go somewhere else. She can go live down in Florida. They got lots of houses. Connecticut, hurt them. Leave us alone. Next, no, you don't even do that to Connecticut because they're being screwed too. Go down to Florida or wherever he has places. All the Trump places. Go to Scotland. Go to Russia. They have room. I'm sure you'll be welcome. And then they can use you against Donald too. So that'll work. Work out for everybody. All right, so let's see if we can get some information from the numerology guidance cards here. And that's by Michelle Buchanan. All right. Now, and I have my tabletop computer, my desktop here, and I got Melania's picture that they took last night. I guess it was at the, before they went to the State of the Union. So she's not looking too happy last night either. But neither was 60% of America, so she's not alone in that. Domestic harmony. 46, 4 and 6 is 10, so this is about 1. And this is about creating things for yourself, making your home happy for yourself, standing up for what you want. Okay, she needs to stand up for what she wants and what she wants her family to look like and how she's going to let her home be harmonious for her son and for herself. Let's see what that says. Shades. Alrighty, so here we go. Domestic harmony. This card indicates a time of healing your relationships and your home. This may relate to a troubled relationship with a child, family member, ex or current partner, house guest, or roommate. It could even relate to problems you have had with the actual house itself. Okay. Either way, this card has been sent to advise you that. 1 second. Your difficulties are being resolved and domestic happiness is within your reach. This card can indicate a time to make a commitment to your present relationship by declaring your love and desire to take things to the next level. It can also reveal a need to commit to your present residence by extending your lease, deciding not to sell, or making the necessary improvements to turn it into your perfect home. Regardless, this card is encouraging you to make a commitment rather than walk away. In order to improve your current situation, you're being asked to adjust to and harmonize with the natural rhythms and cycles of your life, cycles that are leading you towards domestic harmony and peace. Remember, there's no such thing as a perfect relationship, family, or home. Domestic harmony can only be achieved with effort, companionship, and compromise. By improving your relationships and your home, you will improve your quality of life. Okay. 10-4. Well, I guess so. We will be holding on to a First Lady for a little while longer, according to the numerology deck. All right. Let's get another card. Because okay. Oh. Right. Music. creativity, right? 32, 3 and 2 is 5. 5 is about creativity. It's a pretty card. Music. Well, they say music soothes the savage beast, so maybe they say Melania needs to get involved in some kind of music. I think I read something about a music video with her and children. And maybe it was her and Ivanka's kids or something. I don't know if that happened already or if they're going to do that. Either way, I won't be watching it. But that might be her thing. Maybe music is her thing. Maybe she needs to start doing like the Obamas did, start inviting music groups to the White House and stuff, but I guess nobody wants to come. Who knows? This card, 32, is music. This card indicates a need to listen to the music you enjoy in order to improve your health, well-being, and overall quality of life. That's really a good therapy too, Melania. Playing, singing, composing, or listening to beautiful music that fills your heart with joy automatically raises your vibration and enhances your connection to source because you attract what you feel in this magnetic vibrational world. When you consistently feel good, you make your dreams come true. Music is the ultimate way to bring yourself into alignment because it only takes a few minutes to sing your favorite song in the shower rather than worry about your day. Listen to inspirational music while driving rather than stress about the traffic. Or play your favorite CD while doing homework rather than fret about the mess. In order to improve your current situation, you're being asked to adjust to and harmonize with the natural rhythm and cycles of your life. Cycles are encouraging you to listen to the music you love. It truly has the power to heal your body and your life. When you fill your heart with music, you can manifest your dreams. I believe that too. Absolutely do. And while I was doing this, my computer screen that had her picture went down. Okay, so here we pulling it back up. Come on, stay with us, Melania. I know. You don't really want to do that, but hey, if you got to be there, got to make the best of it. If you don't have a choice, then you got to make the best of it. True. Okay, so let's see. Let's see if we can get some answers from the Angel Answers deck in regards to our beleaguered first what in the heck was that? Oh, Father. Anyway. Okay. Listen to your intuition. Is that to me or is that to Melania? Jesus. Well, my intuition is not telling me to get up. I think it's one of the kids, but sound like he's getting older. But that happened. I looked at it one day and he was just almost a teenager, and then he was a teenager. So he could have that kind of deep voice at this point. Maybe he's locked out of the house. Anyway, this card that came here was listen to your intuition. I just want to shuffle some more because I didn't even get it out of the bag, but it just seemed like it wants to be there. So let's see if we can get one more card for Melania Nyaps. Melania Trump. Birthdays April 29th, 1970. Let's see if we can get some final advice for her. All right, or some further advice for her in regards to her current relationship with her husband and position that he has put her in, and what should be her response. How should she handle her relationship with him from now on, and what are her intentions going forward? What other advice can we give her going forward? Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Unlikely. I can't wait. All right, let's see what unlikely says. Right? Mhm. Yeah. Cause that. Yeah. Let's do that. The situation unlikely. The situation you have asked about is unlikely to occur as you're imagining it. There are different versions of events that will take place, or it may be that what you've asked about is simply not in your highest, greatest good. Okay, folks, I'm back. I don't know what's going on, but now that I think about it, maybe I need to leave the video on in case of anything. So, let's get back to what we were doing. Unlikely. Um, Place your focus on an alternate possibility. Open your eyes to different opportunities. Be willing to experience a unique, more uplifting outcome than what you had planned for yourself. Okay. All right, so she needs to come up with a plan B. I think that's what they're saying, because this thing here is just not going to work out in her best interest, or it's not going to work out the way she expected it to. So she has to make a plan for a plan B, or try to make herself as happy as she can within the situation that she finds herself in. Okay? And the next, listen to your intuition. Okay, let's see what that's talking about. Your intuition is completely reliable and accurate at this time. Listen to your own inner guidance and you can't go wrong. You can be certain that your messages you're receiving from your angels are real and trustworthy. You have faith in your feelings about the circumstances you're experiencing. Your insights into other people and their true feelings or motives are perfectly accurate. There's no need to question what you know is true. Okay. So I think saying whatever she's thinking about the situation, no matter what anybody says to her, she knows what the truth is. She knows that he's done this before. That's why she's not optimistic. There's nothing for her to even think about. There's not even a question. She knows. She may have even known about it before now, but it doesn't seem that way. But even if it does, even if she did, doesn't matter. Still doesn't make it right and still doesn't make it hurt any less, right? So she's going to have to make some kind of adjustment in order to stay as long as she is needed to stay. As long as she is, as long as she has to stay there as long as he's there, right? I guess, or at least that's what they're saying to her. If he doesn't leave, she can't leave. So that may be what's going on. So let's see if we can get a card from the Ayala Van Zandt Took the Day deck and see if we can get some final advice for our little friend here, Melania. Okay. Ooh. Fear no longer determines what I am or what I do not do. Fear no longer determines what I do or do not do. All right. Let's see how I do this here. Okay, until today, you may have believed that you could avoid facing hurt You could avoid being hurt, and you could live a perfect life. Oh, wow. Mm. Until today, you may have believed that if you could avoid being hurt, you could live a perfect life. Just for today, consider all of the life, love, and peace you're missing out on in your attempt to avoid being hurt. Wow. Listen, I'm going to upload this, and if anybody knows her and they can get it to her, you're more than welcome. Okay? That's what it's about, sharing. And unfortunately, no matter what the political persuasion is, you do have to try to have some kind of empathy for other women. All right? We know that. Some of us know that. Apparently 30% of us don't. Okay? We attack a woman for her husband's behavior if she's a Democrat. And we don't if she's acting like she's a Republican. But at the same time, it's still the same hurt. And people handle it differently. Her religious factors, her cultural, her heritage, her family, that may be dictating what she's doing, just like Hillary's background dictated what she did. Her mother was orphaned. Okay, her mother had a really, 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 really hard time as a little girl. Okay, and so her mother was right there with her. You all know what it is when you know, something like this happens and you go for advice and you listen. You know, when your mother tells you something, that's wisdom. You know, or at least that's how you take it. You know, your mother loves you at that point. You know your husband's not your friend at the moment, and you take that advice. You know, why do we have to attack her for staying with her husband and listening to all this vicious bullshit that these women are saying? All right, and here these women, they even gotten paid and they still coming out. Come on, people, wake up, stop it. People do anything for money, including marrying a man that is disgusting, staying with a man who is disgusting. Fake news on men who are disgusting, or true news on men who are being disgusting or who have been disgusting. People do all kinds of things for money. Money makes you go, money makes you stay. More than, I would say, not 8 times out of 10, the money is for you to stay, and they're not paying you to leave. They're paying you to stay. Especially when you're dealing with egomaniacs. Okay, and unfortunately, we choose to paint some women as witches and other women as victims. If you stay, that's your choice. Now, if you're going to say that this one stayed and she's a evil witch, well, why isn't this one an evil witch? We know this is about money. There's no doubt about that. Absolutely, it's about money from day one. From day one with Hillary and Bill, that wasn't about money. That was about two people who found each other interesting, exciting, and fell in love and whatever. But that's not what this was. So why are we giving that pain any more weight than Hillary's? You fall in love with somebody and they cheat on you, even if it's repeatedly. It hurts. And I guess the more you stay in that marriage with that person because you were brought up to believe that you are supposed to maintain your marriage, you start to build up a little bit of coldness. You start to build up a little bit of reservedness. All right, oh, Hillary, she's this, she's that, she's untouchable. Does Melania look warm and fuzzy? I bet you that it's a whole lot harder to live with Donald Trump than it is to live with Bill Clinton, no matter what Bill Clinton is doing. Okay? Anyway, folks, that was this test run of the iPad. So let me know what you all think about it. And I'm going to upload it, and hopefully I don't hear any more screams from my neighbors. I think I hear the mother talking out the window to whoever was in the driveway. So let's hope that that's the end of that for the night. Okay, then. Thanks everybody for joining me, and I'm going to upload it. Please, I need your comments. I need your subscriptions. Actually, I'm almost at 1,000. I think I'm like 35 people away. So if you could like, subscribe, and share, make a comment. Tell me whether or not you um, think that this is a good video. If you know what you think about this spread, how it turned out. You know, if you know Melania and you have forwarded it to her, you know, give her our regards, okay? And I'll be coming at you guys later. I don't want to do something for the community during this particular moon tonight. I might myself stay here and do my meditation and prayers and you know enjoy the solitude and hopefully the quiet. But I don't want to do that. All right. But I did want to get something out, just so everybody know that I'm still here, and we're going to start getting the general readings out tomorrow. Okay. So, thank you everybody, and have a good evening. This is a special moon that we won't see again for another 125 years. See, the light went out again when I said moon. My goodness. All right, folks. I'll be talking to y'all soon. Thanks a lot, and alafia and ashe and peace.